They out here again. They out here again. The food stamp crisis is still in effect. Oh, it's a free-for-all now. Rampage, riots, looting, stealing. Yeah, it's getting wild out here in these streets because of these food stamps. Let's take a look.
Y'all ain't hear me. They cut my food stamps. I ain't paying for none of this shit. I got babies at home that gotta eat. You think I'm just gonna leave my cart here? Hell no. I ain't paying nothing. I'm walking out with it. Try and stop me. They said the government's stopping EBT in November. Like, what am I supposed to do now? Get a job? I deserve my stamps. I've been getting them for years. They expect me to work while raising all these kids? Nah, that ain't right.
Ma'am, stop right there. Put your hands on the car.
I'm not stealing. The president said I could have this food.
Ma'am, step away from the exit.
Y'all are harassing me for groceries. I didn't ring a thing up because it's free now.
That's not how it works. Turn around, place your hands behind your back.
No, you can't do this.
Something like-
My kids have not eaten 5 days. It is the taxpayer's responsibility to take care of my kids. Trump done cut them food stamps off.
If you're poor, don't have kids, okay? If you're struggling, don't have kids. Don't bring more.
Now that EBT isn't paying, have you considered getting a job?
I ain't finna get a job. That's what your taxes is for. Now I'm gonna have to steal twice as much.
You see, it's not only us, right? It's not only us. Isn't that interesting? Yet, we're highlighted the most to be on assistance. Black folks are highlighted the most to be on assistance. But we are not the majority. This is the longest government shutdown in history. Unprecedented. 37 days. When will the Democrats come to the table and conform, bipartisan this thing? Because look what's going on. You're going to continue to get situations all over the U.S. of stealing food. Grocery stores, mom and pop stores, all types of stores holding food impacted. Many police reports filed, flooding the departments. And the government is shut down. This is going to continue until an agreement is made. And right now, the Democrats are standing ground in regard to the Medicaid, in regard to something related to the tax credit from Obamacare. I'm sure this stuff can be reasonably worked out. But staying away from the table at 37 days is clearly not good for the country. Folks is picking up crimes.
When you got the whole team helping, no EBT.
Now that EBT isn't paying, have you considered getting a job?
I ain't finna get a job. That's what your taxes is for. Now I'm gonna have to steal twice as much.
You see that? And you hear that? That man said he is not working, period. By the looks of it. He probably ain't never been working. But that entitlement, he seemed like he the type that he he mooch off the female who get assistance and play that game. That's what he seems like. He seems like he can be that type. And they just lay around and he pretty much does nothing. Maybe some side work under the table. Child.
My kids have not eaten in 5 days. It is the taxpayer's responsibility to take care of my kids.
They expect me to work while raising all these kids? Nah, that ain't right.
She said it's our responsibility, the taxpayer's responsibility, to feed all your kids. And it's absurd that this has occurred and that changes are being made in regard to eligibility requirements and all that. But at this current time, you know, there being a halt on food stamps as a result of the shutdown. Ma'am, the taxpayers didn't have your children. The taxpayers didn't birth your children. The taxpayers didn't decide to lay down and conceive your kids. So why is it the taxpayers' responsibility to feed your children? We have really just become such a coddled and entitled and needy society. This is a hardworking nation. Despite, y'all don't even go there. I already know, despite the history of thieving in this country to attain what this country has attained. I know we're not even going to start, and it starts with Thanksgiving. Listen, let me just, this getting woke and deep. We ain't going to go that deep, but we already know, this country, historically has been known to have acquired territory, etc., and whatever from other countries. It's part of the game, I guess. So, is this surprising as far as what's going on right now? I'm just saying. Anyway, but still, individually, it's not our responsibility to pay for your children. Where have we gone? We still, despite what has happened, ancestrally with this country, we still have grown in independent value, especially the women. All the work we have done, the feminist movement and all that. Come on now. We work. We're educated. And we want to be. We don't want to be slouches. We don't want to be receiving handouts if we don't have to. Everybody needs some help. Don't get me wrong. People fall on hard times. That's why I absolutely am in support of government assistance, SNAP benefits. Absolutely. For those who come under hard times, for the disabled, for the elderly, whatever, whoever's in need. In actual real need. It may not be as able-bodied, but if you are able-bodied, honey, you are youthful, but you just lazy, you just used to this dynamic, and you don't want to work, why not find an out by collecting on somebody else's dollar while you sit at home with your children who are not in daycare or who are in school and you just doing what you want? People been living like this for a minute. They did, and it's a real lifestyle. People are so addicted to it. They're conditioned into it generationally. A lot goes back, in the family. I'm like, no ma'am. I don't, this is not, this is not a good example. It's not a good way to be.
Ma'am, stop right there. Put your hands on the car.
I'm not stealing. The president said I could have this
Ma'am, step away from the exit.
Y'all are harassing me for groceries. I didn't ring a thing up because it's free now.
That's not how it works. Turn around, place your hands behind your back.
No, you can't do
Something.
this.
Ma'am, stop the cart.
Don't you touch that. The president said I can have this food.
Let go of the handle, ma'am. Step back from the cart. You're being detained.
Detained? I'm a citizen. He said groceries are free now.
Turn around. Hands behind your back.
I ain't doing nothing wrong.
Left hand.
Get off me. Y'all thieves.
Cuff coming on. Relax your arm.
You're right. They cut my food stamps. I ain't paying for none of this shit. I got babies at home that gotta eat. You think I'm just gonna leave my cart here? Hell no. I ain't paying nothing. I'm walking out with it. Try and stop me.
Y'all, low-key, folks with kids been stealing for a minute, for years. And before this whole EBT thing occurred, nothing to do with EBT. Folks with kids be low-key stealing, okay? Check underneath those strollers in them carrier areas underneath the diaper bag, okay? Folks even get real crafty and put stuff in the carrier part underneath the baby. Listen, Linda. Yeah. One of the key decoys, tactics, a diversion, you know what I'm saying? Is people be using their children, low key. Maybe not, they kids may not be literally stealing it for them, but they stashing stuff underneath the babies. In Walmart and all that, in other stores, in grocery stores. This has just been going on for a long time. Just something to think about. You know what I'm saying? Just something to think about. Clutch your purse and your pearls, honey, close to you. Because I really don't see this getting better until the government shutdown ends and SNAP benefits are reinstated. Not partial payments, and because folks are not even content with that. It is, at least it's something, but folks don't want the partial payments of the SNAP benefits that's supposed to come out of the contingency fund. They want the full allotment. Federal judges are ruling for the full allotment of benefits to come out of the contingency fund. Trump look, we doing partial. And folks ain't settled with that. I'm telling you, this is not enough for people. People are entitled. They need their stamps. They need to feed their kids. And going to, food banks and churches and, making what you have work. Emptying out your penny bank if you got a little coin bank in the house ain't gonna do. Making do and being content and being grateful because folks is without in the Caribbean because of Hurricane Melissa. That's not good enough. Folks out here gotta blatantly steal full carts of food and meat, whatever. This is sad. It's still sad. I want whoever needs food, I need them to have food. I want them to have food legitimately. And I want people to use common sense and don't lower their value of character just because they're going through challenging times. I'm going to see y'all in the next video. Be real.